What's up, y'all? Here in Roblox today, in one of my games that I'm very addicted to. My children say I'm addicted to it. It is the Tycoon roller coaster part 2. And so I had a bit of a problem. You see this land here? I bought this land in my park and I wanted to build a roller coaster. I began building a roller coaster and it just didn't work out the way I was doing it. So what I'm going to do today is try and rebuild that roller coaster. I got some advice from Timmy. He said it was something I'm doing with the landing and expanding it. So here we go as I build the roller coaster park. But first, before we do that, let me show you the park here. And so I'm going down, heading down. As you can see, I've built kind of a moat there. This is a food court here that we're walking through. I'm taking you all the way back. You see all the trash cans right there? Gotta have those because people do litter. You don't want to have a junky park. But you can see I built these steps here that I can go over, actually part of the roller coaster I have here, that red one. And I, of course, violate all the rules and laws and just go right through. But anyway, here it is. I built this kind of area in here between the roller coaster. As you can see, there's a food place and there's a kind of a sky drop that drops you right. I got restrooms if you need to handle your business, and a tower that I got working as well. Now I'm just violating every kind of law, as you can see, and just going where I want to go. Anyways, here's the other two roller coasters actually one roller coaster. The gray one I built, and it has a huge drop, and Timothy built me the blue one next to it. So yeah, I have Timothy's help and I'm trying to learn how to build stuff. He's teaching me. So let me begin with the build. So I'm selecting, trying to figure out what kind of roller coaster I want. I want to use that corkscrew right there. It's about $600 to build that whole thing. And so I'm going to choose that as my roller coaster. And so I have in my head what I want to do, how I want to design this thing. Now, as I'm doing that, Timothy is not too far away from me. And I'm trying to explain to him, well, because I don't want to make that mistake I made before, making the kind of takeoff too short. You have to have a good length in your beginning takeoff, is what it says. And so I want to make sure I do that right. So I'm asking Timothy at this point, hey, come here. What way do I set this? And I'm trying to explain to him, I have a certain way I want this to go. And what I want it to do is I want to have it kind of go up really high and then just drop into a loop and just come around. So I want to do my actual first loop. So I'm using that advanced editor right there. As you can see, it says basic. I am going to switch to the advanced because that I'm trying to learn. It's one of the goals I have to accomplish within this game is use the advanced editor. Now you see I'm in the advanced editor. And see, there's a way that you do this using that arrow right there, expands it, and then when you want it the way you want it, you hit build, and the green takes it from side to side, and yes, you can use the arrow to shrink it back to the size that you want. The red goes up and down, and the blue corkscrews it. Now what I learned later on is that you have to kind of hold that down and it lights up, and then you go ahead and make your move. So you can see I'm airing around going into this first jump. Now this is where I began to struggle because I was like, well, in order to have that up movement, you have to use that. See, and I went back to the basic editor looking for the pulley, the chain that pulls the car up. Yeah, this is really good because it kind of gives you an idea of how roller coasters are made and the science behind it, and you are involved in the process. So I think it's really great to get your kids into this as well, adults. do this. It's very fun. My kids make fun of me and say I am addicted to this game like Timothy. Now, when I'm not building the way I should, that error came up as you see that red box there. Timothy just showed me where to put the chain in, but here's the problem. That red box is coming up because what? See those little white dashes? I'm building my park over that, and that you can't do. That space is not park space. So that's what's telling me, find another way. Don't hit that little dashed white line there. And so that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I got the length down. Now I want to turn it and bring it up. So you're going up the into the first drop. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. And see, Timothy had to show me, okay, you want to hold that green down if you want to move it where? Side to side. And then red takes it up. So I got to hold the red one when I want it to go up. If I want it to go to the side, I hold it, it'll light up, and then move it. So I see the chain lift. I'm looking at that. He showed me how to do that too. See, it says right there, if you look down at the bottom right at the top where it says normal, you select that, and that is where you're going to put in your chain. And so I'm figuring this all out, but I know once I get it, then I'll be able to do this, you know, without the help of Timothy. And I'm not embarrassed asking my 11-year-old son, hey, I need help with this. You just gotta humble yourself. You don't know, you don't know. Your kids are very, very good with technology, and you may be a noob, but hey, one day you won't be. So learn and humble yourself. Ask them. So I want this thing to go straight up. So that's what I'm doing. I am putting this thing straight up, and I'm twisting it around, seeing if I want a little twist on it. There it is. I put the chain lift in, and I am going to take this thing straight up. Doesn't matter if it's getting dark, ain't nobody coming in there. Now I have to block stuff off too, because if I put a path in there, people are going to come and they're going to leave trash and all kinds of stuff that I do not want at all in the park, at all. And so I'm continuing my build here. As you can see, I've got the hill, the first drop. Look at that, and I'm coming, and now I'm making my first loop. I've gotten down what things to use, and it was very tricky getting that loop because I had to know if I was to use the blue, if I was to use the red, or if I was to use the green. Now, do you remember what I said? Let's see. The red takes it what? Well, you get there up and down. Green, if you hold it, takes it side to side, and the blue kind of gives you the corkscrew kind of move. So what do you think I had to use for that loop? I had to use all three. I definitely had to use, hey, Apple Insider, thank you. YouTube let me know. Anyways, I had to use all three of those, and with the corkscrew one, which is that blue one, you really have to use that on your loop, because you can't, you know, do a loop and go straight down, or you're gonna have a problem. It's gonna give you an error. So see here, now I'm using the kind of up and down, create a little bit tiny hill here. I don't want it too big. I just kind of wanted to give you just a little adrenaline rush after the big one from the big drop and loop. And see, Timothy, he's right there watching me do this thing. He gets excited when he sees me trying to do it. It is great. Get involved in your kids' video games. If your kids are in video games, get involved in the games that they play. Know the games that they play and get involved. Hey, my brothers, Michael Armstrong, what's up, baby? Anyways, they laughing at some movie. Yeah, so get involved in your kids' video games. There's nothing wrong with it. Look, I grew up a video gamer, and I have enjoyed playing video games when I was a kid. Now, my parents weren't into that thing. But when they did come around and watch me play my games, it meant something to me. And it means something to your children when you get involved in the games that they're involved in. Now, I'm not telling you how to raise your children, just something that's interesting and something that kids do enjoy when their parents get involved in the games. Don't try and do it on your own. Remember, humble yourself. Now, see what happened here? I said that same problem where I made it too long. So what I had to do is I had to take the piece out the track and put it right in so that it was able to have a long enough. And that is for, see, and so you can enter it and you can exit it. But I only have one car on this, and I don't only think you need one car because it is just going to be kind of a scary thing. So that's what it looks like. I'm way up here, and you can see that it is quite nice, beautifully built place. And so I'm going to, and Timothy wants to get on it. There's Timothy. Timothy gets on the ride. I haven't even opened the ride, and Timothy gets on it. It's like, put it in testing. I'm ready to go. Let's test it. So all right, I'm like, okay, let me figure out how to change this so we can test this, Timothy. And so there it is. I'm switching to testing. Timothy takes off, leaves me behind. Like, get in the thing. I said, you left me. So that's okay. I tried to close it and bring it back. He's like, that's not gonna work. They're still gonna let him test the ride. So I was like, okay, I'll let you test the ride. You get to test it first. And he really did enjoy it and dig it and thought it was great and awesome. As you can see, he's gonna go around it, enjoying it. Woo! There's the loop and the little hill there, and right back. Now I'm gonna get in and let's see how this is. Oh, and here we go. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. This is the actual completion of it. As you can see, I built inside it. I've connected. I got actually a Ferris wheel in there. And let's get on the ride and see how it's doing. So here we go. We go up and around and woo, up this big, huge drop. It's gonna be killer. It's gonna be great. Ooh, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to MillerFlow Vlogs here. See you next time.